breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning. This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Doers in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is the most righteous thing this false prophet have ever said. T.D. Jakes, affectionately known as T.D. Fakes. It says, we are raising our women to be men. Stop bragging about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. It says, Bishop T.D. Jakes preaches about the state of black culture. And actually, he's 110% right about the statement he made. But, you know, at the same time, when this guy makes a statement, we've been saying this for years and everybody gave us hell for it. But he comes out and said it, and all of a sudden it's solidified. You see, when the scriptures tell you that when a poor man speaketh, everybody seeks to overthrow him, but when a rich man speaketh, they extol it to the clouds. So this is a primary example and indicator of that scripture. Because according to the Bible, the prophets of the Lord have always been these outcast men that was undesired by society, so to speak. Okay, their own people, their own families, their own countrymen. There was never no honor among our culture for the prophets, because the Lord sent the prophets to a rebellious people, which is the children of Israel. Okay, and one thing about our people, they hate correction. Okay, like the scriptures say, rebuke a fool and he should despise thee, but rebuke a wise man and he should love thee. Okay, and I showed you that our people are full of pride, hate, and envy. All right, and he was pretty much breaking it down because, I mean, this is the truth. But also, you got to blame yourself too, because, I mean, you participated in this whole quote-unquote contemporary society of elevating women yourself, man. Okay, because, I mean, why wasn't this being brought out ages ago? You know, why, when the men of the Lord came on the scene, then all of a sudden all these MGTOW movies, these Kevin Samuels, these Black Rams, etc., you know, these men that's speaking out against the behaviors of our women, hey, they're more prevalent now than before because, hey, you know, the prophets, we pretty much laid the blueprint out through the spirit of power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for these men to really get on board to see what's really happening, man. Okay, because we coming into some very, very grim times, man. And hey, like I always tell women, Esau has set you up for fall because he knows without a reasonable doubt when shit hits the fan, he knows that you wasn't built up to. he know that you wasn't built up for that. Okay, you were built up in this lavish plush society, which Metropolis goes into Mother City. Everything around you is a vote of convenience. You know, you got Uber, you got Lyft, you got Postmates, you got Uber Eats. Okay, carry out. I mean, you got restaurants, bars. Okay, you have attractions. You have Miami, Las Vegas. You have all these things that were built up by men for you women to live comfortable off of. So of course, you know, you have this type of untouchable attitude, like, oh well, I can't be touched. But see, Esau knows, he studied history. Okay, and when you study history and you take over a nation, they say the state of a nation is dictated by the state of the women. Okay, because once you conquer or bondage a nation, the women pretty much become spoiled, and you know, they jump ship. That's in every society. Every time we went to war, every time we like when we had to take over the land, I think we went to war with the Philistines, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that it was a time that the Most High told us to take everything and take the women, kill the kids, kill the men, and take the women captive. Okay, and that's what we did. So when you take women captive and they're spoils of war, it breeds a society like this, feminism. Because I mean, it's so bad to the point when you get on particular sites or media sites, and you know, we are and this economy is like spiraling down a hill ASAP. But Keisha, she don't see it that way. I mean, she's still partying like it's 1999. Okay, you know, all because gas went down a couple of cents. You know, they still got jobs. They still got they paying their rent for whatever programs, PPP loans, scams, other men. Okay, child support, which is a big play. A lot of women is living off that stuff, but they're not seeing the impending dangers of a crash coming, man, and they're completely oblivious as to what's getting ready to befall them. And it's beautiful. Why? Because the Lord is getting ready to sweep that rug from under their feet. Like if you ever watch those old Tom and Jerry cartoons and they take the rug and he'll do a somersault and fall flat on his head, that's getting ready to happen to these people. You know, so I was kind of going through the account of in the book of Esther when it went to King Ahasuerus, which is pretty much interchangeable with during the time of Xerxes. Okay, the king of Persia, or the king of the Persian king. Basically, what happened was his queen Vashti. Okay, which Vashti could have been a nigger woman, you know, but basically she defied him. Okay, even though he was a heathen, it was an oath and a law that every woman bowed down to their men. Okay, even Esau, his woman, she bows down to him to a certain degree. Okay, now you go out, you see a power shift, but overall, the typical Edomite woman, she stays with her man based on cultural reference, man, based on what they called, it's another name for it, tradition. Okay, she may want to be with Jake, she may like Jake, okay, and she see Jake as a plaything, but overall, she still see her man in a power seat. So you go to a bar or something and you got these six-pack Joes and these Brads and Chads, man, with the little Caesar Buzz haircut, the army haircuts, and you may see Karens and Mindy's and Sarah's and stuff like that, and Alice's with these guys. They still got that proud aura on them, like, man, I ain't dealing with no nigga. They may give you the eye, but low key, they gonna go home with their men at the end of the day because it's tradition. Okay, our women, right, our women will straight up go with the heathen. They don't care because they have no respect for Jake men. You know, they have no respect for you, period. And they don't have any respect for you because as an Israelite man, starting with the tribe of Judah, you have been slandered, you have been spat at, you have been beat down, you've been shot. You have been pretty much made the joke of the whole world due to Esau's media, and that was deliberately done to keep you at the bottom, man. Okay, because your woman, she don't respect you, bro. Okay, now she go to work, she clocks in, she's subservient to her boss. She's gonna be on time. She has a deadline to meet. She's gonna do the best she can to reach that deadline so she don't get reprimanded for it. But when it comes to you, shit, if that deadline ain't right and she's stressed out, you might not get no dinner that night, man. You know what I'm saying? Or if she does kick you dinner, she's basically going to take the plate and throw it in your face. Because of her mindset, like, you just an addition to my empire. That's how she think. You're just an addition. You're not the primary focus, or you're not the primary pillar in her life. You're just an addition because they've taught them to think that way. Like a lot of times when you Jakes have children with women, or you dealing with women with kids, oftentimes you just an addition to the household because all the benefits go towards the parent, towards the mother. She's like, well, I'm the breadwinner. I got the job. The benefits are coming to me. I know if I call Esau, they're going to favor me over you. And she takes that, no matter how wicked it is, and she takes it and she uses that to her advantage. That's why it's going to be, when the shift comes, I mean, they literally going to want to get in order overnight. Like right now, if the purge commences right now and Esau allows everything to be legal up until the time that Yahushua comes back, all these women, man, they going to drop the booty shorts. They going to put on the mantle that day. You know, you brothers going to see, man, a lot of that you'll see. All right. But it's ultimate Bible prophecy as well. Okay, so this is the example I wanted to make. And this wasn't going to be a long lesson. But this is the book of Esther 1. And I'm going to start at verses, let's start at 10. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 9. Because Vashti was basically a feminist. Okay, so it says, also Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Ahasuerus. Man, you don't make feasts to women. That's off. Okay, especially if you're doing it in wickedness. Now, if it's righteous, like in the kingdom, you know, our women, they're going to get together. They're going to do things. You know, they're going to have their own little shit they doing, their little businesses. You know, they're going to prosper in righteousness, man. It's going to be in beauty and love. But see, they're going to have authority through their men because, see, in the kingdom, we're going to set up our women to run certain shit like of the household, you know, little beauty supplies shops and hair shops. And there, you know, we going to set them up, you know, cooking. Everything that we do, they do is going to be spearheaded through us. Okay, they're going to say, hey, my Lord, you know, I was thinking of this idea. Is it possible you can set this up for me? Can you go to and say, hey, yeah, you're going to do it because shit, it ain't going to be no sin on us in the kingdom. So it's not going to be any type of backlash from that. It's not going to be out of spite. It's going to be in perfect unity because whatever she does, she adds it to your empire. See, brothers, the thing of it is we haven't been taught to be men. We don't know what it's like to be men. And when we're coming into this truth, this is really when we first started to learn how to become men. And this is why we have a lot of backlash with who we are and what we do and what we say. Okay, because we're practicing as becoming men. Okay, we haven't been men majority of this society because we didn't know what it was to be a man until you come into the truth. So like with anything, you have what they call trial and error. So you go through things with your rib, whatever, with your Eve. Okay, it's trial and error because, you know, you're learning something new. Our mindset, shit, I didn't see my father come up like this. I didn't see my father, you know, put my mother in check. And that's her mindset. So she was like, well, how the hell you gonna put me in check and tell me what I'm supposed to do? My father, he allowed my mother to run the streets. Why aren't you doing the same thing? And that's that's oftentimes an irreversible behavior once it's been programmed. Okay, so it says, on the seventh day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mumin, Biztha, and Harbona, Bigtha, and Abagah, and Zethar, and Carcass, and the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king, to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal. All right, this ain't talking about no crown, like no drink. All right, this ain't that type of crown royal. No whiskey. It says, to show the people the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look upon. So basically, he tried to wanted to show her off. And that's another thing too. We ain't gonna be showing our women off in the kingdom. Our women, your woman is gonna be specifically to you, to your liking. Okay, your woman is gonna be for you, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing because, like I said, it's not gonna be any type of covetousness in the kingdom. All right, so if you got brothers over at the palace for Edomite, what do you call it? Edomite Mandingo fights, man. And you know, you got you. And for one thing, you're gonna have your servant serving you. But if you know your wife or somebody or one of your women walk through and you know she shalom the brothers, ain't no brother gonna be looking like, damn, she fine. Because for one thing, she gonna be covered up. Second of all, she's not gonna be around men when we're together. She's not gonna be consulting among us. She's gonna be in her own little thing, doing her own thing. Okay, now of course, you know, the sisters and brother gonna greet each other and stuff like that, but ain't no brother gonna be looking like, oh damn, his wife thick, then I'm up. Damn, she got some pretty, ain't gonna be none of that, man. So you can literally leave the house, you know what I'm saying, and not worry about her committing adultery or getting on social media. It's not gonna be like that. Okay, it's gonna be like a total night and day. It's gonna be so unbelievable when we get in the kingdom. It's gonna be like a dream, man, a good dream that never ends. Okay, and it just shit. How long, you know? But it says, but the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment. Okay, that was the violation. It says, by his chamberlains. Therefore the king was very wroth. I mean, he was pissed off, and his anger burnt in him. Then the king said unto the wise men which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew the law and judgment. The law and the judgment, right? Because it was a law that she respect her men and basically be subservient to him. All right. And it says here, and next to him was Karshina, Shethar, Almada, Tarshish, Miris, Marcina, and Mecumen, the 7 princes of Persia and Media. Okay, which proves they were Elamites, not Edom, but Elam. It says, which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom. What should we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law? Because she have not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlain. So they had a council on it. Okay, what can we do to correct this behavior? And they had to correct it because the point I wanted to make is that this behavior is spreads quick. Okay, once our women was able to vote and work to be taxed to death, because you women, you wasn't really able to work because they thought you were better workers. No, they did it to tax you and to also take down the families. Because really, the feminism movement or women's movement, it really had nothing to do with you black women, okay? It was the so-called white woman that wanted to be liberated from that, okay? Because they felt that they wanted to overlord their men. They felt like they can make their own money. But see, what did Keisha do? She jumped ship. Like, you know what? If she do it, I want to do it. And that's when the treachery became. And that's when everything started to fall. But it says, for this deed, the queen should come abroad. Matter of fact, it says, and Mecamus answered before the king and the prince. It says, Vashti the queen have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes. So that was an offense. Not only did she do her husband wrong, it was an offense to every man, because men, we had stature in the ancient world, okay? And these are heathens, okay? So how much more the Lord's people that's supposed to be in some type of probable order? These are heathens, man. And this is a no-no among the heathens. So what about us? Our women, you supposed to have it together. That's why it's not going to be an excuse when the wrath of the Lord comes upon the earth even more. Because, you know, you're not feeling it now, okay? And you are getting hit, but y'all not paying attention to it. It's not dawning on y'all that y'all are in bad case, okay? Like, I see these different posts and stuff like that, man. I was just like, man, this is crazy. I'm like, how can a group of people just this close to being straight up taken and utterly wasted in the streets don't see it coming? It's just this social media age has gotten our people blinded. It's to the point they don't even see what's coming, man. Okay, it's just like if somebody's putting a key in their door, drunk as hell, 5 o'clock in the morning, and somebody comes up and grab you up. You ain't paying attention to your surroundings, man. And that's the state of mind that our people are in this world, for real. But mainly you Negro, Latino, Native American, this is the state of mind you have been in since you were in Babylon. That's why it's getting ready to get bad, because it's going to come overnight. Like when the whole pandemic hit back in 2020, man, it was like one day, everything was cool. And matter of fact, it was like when it was over there in China, they was like, that shit gonna come over here. And it was over here by that same week. And I kid you not, man, I've witnessed people's countenance change. Once they couldn't go outside no more, they were locked down, which that was all an experiment. They were locked down. They couldn't do anything. They was being confined, you know, had curfews and stuff. Man, these people, they looked depressed. Okay, but see, when they let up a little bit, that's when the pride came back. You know, the pride came back. People was like, oh shit, we back at it. And now the pride is at an all-time high. Okay, but the Lord is getting ready to close ship, you know. But it says, not done wrong to the king only, but to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of King Ahasuerus, man. So this was an offense to every man. Okay, so you Israelite men out there, you should be offended at the state of your women. Okay, even if it ain't your woman that's, so to speak, out of order, the fact that your nation is out of order. Okay, that's an offense. Like, let's just say, for instance, if I was at a brother crib and his wife came out with some booty shorts or something on, I would be offended in that, man. I'll be offended for that, man, because, like, why are you walking out here like that? Okay, go in the room and put on some damn clothes. You know, don't be coming out here like that, especially when I got my guys here. Don't do that. Matter of fact, stay in the room, you know. And that's a shameful thing. But it says, have not done wrong to the king only, but to all the princes and to the people that are in the province of King Ahasuerus. It says, for this deed to the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they should despise their husbands in their eyes, with that it should be reported. So if she looked at you wrong, you know, it was being reported, and it was a judgment for that, reprimanded. It says it should be reported. Then the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti, the queen, to be brought before him, but she came not. So basically, she's like, I'm not coming for this guy, man. And see, this guy, too, he was known for pretty much simping for women, or being more lavish towards women, giving them shit they want. So when they seen that, they're like, you a king. Why you so soft on these women, man? Why you so soft on these people? Okay? Because as a king, man, you supposed to be sober. You're supposed to have dominance and order. You're not supposed to show yourself favorable to all people. As a king, everybody is not allowed to come in your courts and talk to you. That's why you got chamberlains and rooks and garrisons around you, man. You got certain men, like you got a man that sit on your right hand and he's the messenger, man. Like it's with the Most High. You got the Most High and then you got Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, everybody ain't going to talk to you. You ain't gonna be average talking to the Lord, man. Like the Lord invites people. Like when he had the council, the Lord had to call it. Like, look, man, I'm gonna call a council in the heaven, then y'all come. Okay, you even got certain angels that cover the throne of the Most High, man. That covers his whole, that covers him, that shields him, so to speak. You know, like if you look at the Ark of the Covenant, etc., which is a replica or a remnant of the temple and the throne, etc. Hey, everybody can't speak. We can't even talk to the Most High right now. He ain't listening to us. Go on my knees and I pray to the Most High. And hey, the Most High fuck your ass up. Your prayer won't get answered. When you pray, you better pray in the name of Yahweh Shai, man. Because Yahweh Shai is the only man that's worthy to sit before the Father and talk to him. He's the only being that can do that. Okay? Even which Moses got shit. Moses, hey, he was a special kind of man because the Most High dealt directly with Moses, but that was at that time. But even then, the men who would be Moses in a reincarnation on this side, which, you know, he's passed away in his spirit world. But regardless of that, he had to go through Yahweh Shai to speak to the Heavenly Father. Okay? So, no, man, it's a certain order. Everybody just shouldn't be able to come and talk to you. Like, even in the camps, man, like you have a ranking system. Now, you know, brothers, out of being brotherly, you know, you got access to the leadership. Okay? Which, you know, you have access to it. But everybody just ain't calling up top. Everybody shouldn't just be able to pop up at your house and say, hey, brother, what you on today? Hell no, that's not. That's disorderly. Okay, and if brothers are doing that in the camp, you got to put that in order because familiarity breeds contempt. When somebody's too contempt with or too familiar with leadership, that's when it becomes a problem, man. Because now they seen you at your weak point. They seen you when you was off the drink or whatever. They seen you in your feelings about some shit. And man, bro, Jake is like sponges. They watch and they take notes. Because Jake is a very supplantful people, man. Okay, they waiting on the moment that you have a breakdown so they can hold that shit against you and say, look, he's not capable of being a leader. Look at this guy. Look how he's acting. And when you ain't nothing but a damn man, though, you know, you ain't nothing but a man, a servant at the end of the day. You got weaknesses, you got flaws. A lot of times, the men who the Most High set up in leadership be the ones that have the most, the most fucking, the most vulnerabilities at times, man, because they go through a lot. They go through the most, you know, but, you know, just for order's sake. But everybody wasn't able to come and talk to this guy, man. And that was that's one of his problems. But it says, but she came not. But likewise, should the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the kings, princes, which have heard the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. But if it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she. So he basically banished. He basically stripped her down. Like, nah, you out of here. All right, you're not gonna be in the courts anymore. He basically made her a common woman. Okay, it says here, and when the king's decree which he should make should be published throughout all his empire, for it is great. All the wives should give to their husbands honor, both to great and small. So I don't care if you frying chicken at Popeyes, man, okay, and you only bringing in $300 a week, okay, which is better than some people. Hey, she's supposed to treat you like a god, man, period. Because, hey, the Lord set up certain men in certain situations to do certain things. I mean, that is what it is. Sometimes you were given a more humbler role in life, so to speak. You wasn't given the riches or the glamour, and you wasn't given the so-called fame or whatever you want to call it, you know? So, hey, if you're low, she's supposed to still serve you. She's supposed to still teach you like, or still treat you like you're, it's a good celebrity, man. I ain't gonna say Floyd Mayweather, but, you know, she's supposed to still treat you like you Michael Jackson or something. Like, chicks used to literally faint at this guy's. They used to literally take their drawers off and throw them at him, man. That's how your woman's supposed to be crazy over you, man. Like I said, you can work in a sweat box flipping burgers at McDonald's, and she's supposed to run up to you and jump in your arms and kiss you, man. Treat you like a king because you just doing an honest living. Okay, because remember, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai is in control of everything. All right, and it says, and saying, please the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Mecumen. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his house. Right, you're supposed to rule your household, man. Okay, now you're not supposed to rule your household with an iron fist, but in this day and age, it's your woman trying to rule over you with an iron fist. So if you anything of a real man, you're gonna rise up against it, and you're gonna have issues, man. You know, a lot of times people are held unaccountable for their actions, and they want to put it on one party. Well, he's mean, he's aggressive, he's yelling, he's cursing. But okay, but why was he doing that? What did you do to get him to that point? Okay, and you can't use, well, I'm just being a traditional woman. The traditional woman don't work for men like us. It just don't. Well, the traditional woman in America, I say that. Okay, it just don't work. And it says that it should be published according to the language of every people. So that was the point I make. Okay, one precept here, Salaki, was too long, but this is the book of Jeremiah 31:22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord have created a new thing, a woman shall compass a man. And that's what you're seeing. This is actual prophecy being fulfilled as we speak. So, hey, shit, that's what it is. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. All praises, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and a barber ball. Shalom.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning.